And
bulletin
our
board
apologies for
Long
anybody
John
that is from
How about
Turkmenistan.
Long John Turks?
Long Turk Silvers. Turco Bell.
How about Turco Johns?
Hey, what would be
How about Turco Johns?
Turco Bell.
I want to put.
how about what would 1855 Coffee House be our only
They
sponsor?
may have Turkish coffee, though.
Here, I'll be your assistant, Roy. Pick up your bone there. As we head into number 49, thank you for being part of our episodes. This is the 49th, and we're coming up on a year of doing this. That'll be April.
3 weeks.
Yep. And we'll be celebrating your voiceover 2-year birthday, if you will. And we will be, all of a sudden, Roy is crying. Roy, why are you crying? Why are you crying, huh? He wants to be on.
He's got better mic presence than Joe.
Yeah, he's hopping down. Here, come on up here. Let me see if I can get.
Sorry, this wasn't planned. He was doing real well on the couch, as you saw, and now I think he's getting tired,
Yep.
as babies
He
do.
wants to sleep.
Yeah.
We'll just hold you for just a minute here. See, he is getting so
Long
big.
and lanky. He's
Long
not
and
going to
big.
be a lap dog in a while.
Nope.
Big yawn.
He's so tired.
Well, he's our main attraction. Nobody cares about us anymore. But coming up, we've got Mazer Mini Site-Wise, Wisconsin Heights Weekly, and then
He's got sharp teeth.
He does have sharp teeth.
Let's be gentle.
We've also got Roy from
Roy from
Elroy,
Elroy.
his adventures.
From Roy from Elroy.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
although
I
he's
hope he'll
pretty
be
tired
awake.
from his adventures. And then we're going to Joe's gonna come over and we're gonna talk a little bit about some sort of maybe bracket challenge that we're gonna have.
Yep.
With
March Madness.
March Madness, so
Yep.
you guys can join us. I don't think we're going to be doing it. There's not going to be any pot of money that people give into, and I'm really hoping he doesn't.
I think we start over.
Really?
Yeah. I think we do.
Why?
Because.
I think we keep going.
Okay.
We're going to keep going right through that.
All right. He's biting on my letter jacket.
That's near and dear to your heart there. Anyway,
Let's get this over with quick.
we got those things going on, and then we're gonna have a Name That Country coming up. So we'll stop because Roy is gonna need some attendance here before he maybe wets the carpet or something like that. So we'll get right into it. Thanks for sticking through that.
Hey, this is Bill DeWeese, pro voiceover talent and voiceover career coach. And this is the original Father-Son Voiceover Podcast.
Here we go. 49. Just like that, we're into 49. And this podcast, our 49th episode, is coming out on what day, John?
18th.
18th?
15th.
15th?
15th. My bad.
15th?
Me bad.
You know what that means?
St. Patty's Day?
St. Patty's Day will be just a couple of days away, a wee bit of time to wait.
A wee bit, laddie.
Now, I'm not Irish at all that I know of. Are you Irish at all, John?
I
or
don't know.
Hudson?
I doubt it. I know
tell
people
me.
who are. I know people who are Irish.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe, who is that?
O'Connell's.
O'Connell's?
Reeves.
Oh, yeah, Dan O'Connell.
Caminitties.
Yeah.
That's who you were thinking.
Deneen's.
Yep.
Deneen's are. Who else?
Hefties.
No, that's
English.
Swiss.
Swiss.
I'm a turn. Is that too loud? Is
Yeah.
that a pretty good mix?
Well, no, you make up for it.
Dad
How about
drowns
that?
out
Am I
everything.
talking over the Irish music?
Yeah, you are.
So this is kind of
Reuben
our.
Morgan.
Is this kind of our? Are you going to
Morgan.
have some stuff about Irish stuff?
One little thing, I guess.
little bit of Ireland.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about what we know about what we
Nothing.
know about Ireland and the Irish.
Potatoes.
Potato famine,
famine.
potatoes.
It seems like they drink a lot of beer.
Oh, okay.
Ale. Bunch of ales. Lots
and
of ales. That's
corned
what you
beef
get.
and cabbage.
Yep.
Ooh.
Corned beef and
Demond
hash.
just had me cook up some corned
Corned
beef.
beef.
Demond, I don't think is Irish.
No.
I don't think so. You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
What else? What else do we know?
We don't know a lot.
The luck of the Irish.
Lucky Charms.
They've got Lucky Charms.
Which was
Yeah.
a Disney movie
it's
at one
magically
point.
delicious.
Original. Disney original.
Yeah.
Yep.
And well, I don't know anything else. Maybe we've forgotten some things. I'm sure we have. We should have had a quiz about Ireland and the Irish.
Well, we still have time because it's not going to be the end
Yeah,
of
we're not doing one. We're not doing
year.
everything in one segment.
or the end of the
Oh
March.
yeah.
Dead in your face.
Okay.
We're
You
not
done
doing-
lost your mind.
So
We didn't tell them that in the commercial, but it's possible we could have a real special surprise. That's what I'm saying. We didn't talk about St. Patty's Day.
it's the 49th episode. I'm Todd. Glad you're
Hey, you know
here
what-
with.
Sorry, you know what I'm going to do for St. Patty's Day? I'm going to dye my hair green. It'd just be my bald
Be your
head.
scalp.
Might as well
Okay.
just
We're right there with each other.
Okay, just so you know who you're talking with, this is Todd, and this is the original Father Son voiceover podcast.
He's the Todd
father,
father.
and these are my sons. Here's Brando, who is the executive producer, pulling all the strings,
Executive
making all the
produce hair.
big decisions. Big John, who is producing the program as we speak, making sure that everything sounds good and right, microphone-wise, music mix. And then there's Joe Bobby, who's over there at Information Central, and he is keeping us up to date and on track.
I'm glad that's over.
So there we go. We faded down
it's
that
not off yet.
beautiful
No,
Celtic
don't encourage it.
music. There you go.
Yep.
So here we go.
Okay,
and
episode
as
49.
you can see, our Dookie Meister is not here, but
He's
we
here
have
in
his
spirit.
picture here. He is traveling. He is in North Carolina. He works for West Bend. Is it just West Bend
Insurance?
Insurance? or is it
Mutual insurance.
West Bend Mutual Insurance. Jonathan used to work for them for quite a few years until he just said, hey,
Enough's enough.
Enough's
I'm-
enough. I'm taking over VO Marketing Pro along with Joe, and we are going to just go at it.
in the world.
And so Drew works full-time in the bonds department. He's down there doing some client visits.
Agency visits.
And he's
yep.
coming back tomorrow, which is now this comes out on Wednesday, so it would have been last
Friday the 10th.
Friday. Yep. And so he'll be back on the couch on our next segment, which is what? What are we doing on the third segment?
Isn't it name?
That
Country. We sorry.
Yep.
Yeah. We were
And
ready for that.
then we're going to have our regulars in just a few moments. Joe is going to do Wisconsinites Weekly.
That's true.
Then John is going to be doing Mazomanie Site-Wise. And then we have always the exciting and popular Adventures of Roy from Elroy. And so that's our 49th.
And then we have a little
episode.
bit of a
What?
we have a little bit of an announcement
Oh, yeah.
about the
March Madness.
which is going to be happening
Tournament
the day
challenge.
after. But we do have something coming out. We had something come out right away for you guys. So if you're interested,
So that you can get
you're
that
probably
stuff
already
in.
yeah.
Because
Get it into turnitin.com.
Wait, you aren't going to talk about it now?
we already talked about it.
Oh, you
We can.
did-
We're
you
having
did
a
kind
we're
of a
having
commercial?
we're having a bracket challenge here. It's our first annual. No big deal. And we have two different sides. There's a randomized one, and there's a like you're
Straight
trying to
up,
pick.
like
You're
trying
trying
to
to pick the winners the way you
From
think.
your knowledge of college basketball.
Oops, I forgot to start.
And there's
this.
no. That's okay. And there's no money involved. We're not doing that. But we did print up some
There are
t-shirts.
T-shirts on the proverbial line, not the
Well,
clothesline,
do
but
we
the
have
line.
a picture of them?
We
picture?
told we're gonna
We're
put
gonna
a
put
picture
those
on
on
there.
the on the.
Do you have it? Did you have it saved on there?
I have to look.
Let me look.
Do you have it saved on that computer?
I don't have it
No,
saved on the
okay.
computer.
Okay.
We can maybe
But
have
it'll
Damon do it.
it'll be a T-shirt that has that logo on it, and
Yep.
then there's also one.
It's a
with-
3/4 t-shirt.
with
It's a
Roy
baseball
from
shirt.
Elroy.
And are those on the front or back?
Roy is on the front, and from Elroy is on the back.
Nice. So you can get a
Business in the front.
So
party
people,
in the back.
people could actually, if they want to comment, or they could say, "Hey, I would like to make sure that I get one of those," because I think they're limited edition, aren't
Limited. Yep.
Let's
right
do
now.
some simple edition.
they? Yeah. But there'll be a Roy from Elroy with a picture of him, that caped Crusader.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have a picture of that? Damon's going to flash it.
Well,
That's
it's
the one
always
that's on the logo.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Oh,
I guess Dad doesn't know Roy
well,
from
so
Elroy
they
that
have
well.
to wait until.
We'll put
It's
it
the
out
same
on
one.
we'll put it out on the advertisement that we're putting out.
Okay.
Advertisement.
Well, I
We
think
don't-
I'm
we're
out
not
of the
trying to
loop.
hold people's hands.
I think
through
I'm
this
out of the
process.
loop here.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
we're having a bracket challenge, and the winners get a choice of one or the
There'll
other.
be two winners.
There'll be two winners.
Okay.
So we already did a whole spiel on that. Yeah.
People have been clamoring for that.
Joe and
At
I
least
did
a
it
few
right
people.
there. We were couch potatoes while we did
Really?
it. Yeah.
Nice.
We were
I
really
can't wait
laid
to
back
watch that.
too. Mhm.
See, there's a lot of things because you're the executive producer.
That I can
I'm
do.
just a
You're just
Talking
I'm just
head.
a bit player here.
Dad's just a talking head, Mr. Potato Head, because you're on the. Okay. Let's get into Wisconsin Heights Weekly. Thank you
Okay.
for joining us, by the way.
So, track practice started this week.
Ooh, it's snowing right now. Hopefully they're not out there in it right now.
No, I hope
Right
not
there
either.
in
Yeah, we got a big snowstorm again last Thursday and Friday.
Can't shake it.
And then spring break is not this coming week, but
All up and around.
the next one,
Okay.
20th to the 24th. It's the day after my birthday.
That was
That is my
remember
birthday.
back in the day from Christmas to spring break, that was a long haul, wasn't it? But you guys had what was called early
Especially my
release.
senior year when I didn't have any snow days.
You had early release though.
Joe's
You guys
still
did.
bitter about that.
I am.
I was part of that too. I was a freshman.
Yeah, but you eventually got a snow day.
Did you have early release though?
I think so.
We didn't have such a thing.
Or maybe. I don't
Okay,
know.
but stop it. You're making these excuses, but you went to like 2 hours of school every day.
That
when
was
you
my
were a
senior year.
Yeah. But that's still way better
Made
than
up for it.
anything.
Yeah. And I think we had unlimited snow days, so if you needed it, you just took it.
The good old days.
And then just the other night, the elementary school had a literacy night
Ooh.
where they brought in an author to speak to the kids and families during that night.
For young people.
And there was also a scavenger hunt, a mystery bag activity,
Wow.
and a read aloud station.
Was our buddy and alumni interviewer Scott Moore there?
Probably
Yeah, nice.
just being real competitive there with the author. I'm sure he's trying to write books and stuff like that to beat him out.
I heard Joe was one of the reading buddies,
Yeah.
helping the kids read.
In all honesty, Scott Moore, by the time he's done being an elementary principal, he's going to have stories. There's no doubt about it. He's got stories right now. I'm
Should
sure.
write a book.
I'm just glad none of
Back
you
on our
guys were
podcast.
there.
Yeah.
He'd have stories about the Barsness boys.
Uh-huh. And then the elementary school also will be kicking off. This is next week.
This
when
isn't
our-
just- this is
when
just-
our podcast drops. The jump rope for heart.
The jump rope for
program.
harp.
Heart.
I say harp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
That's
you,
the 13th through the 17th.
Like heart health or
jump
Yeah,
rope with a
so
harp.
you jumping rope.
Yep, I think it's
For
a
your
certain
heart.
amount of time or whatever. I don't know exactly.
And what do they like sign up for how many jump rope or how many minutes you can
maybe
do, and then that was
maybe,
what you
I
paid?
have no idea.
Okay.
Jump roping is one of
Alright.
those things that's a sneaky activity that gets that'll get you tired real quick if you're not in shape.
When I was coaching at a small college in Michigan, they came out with what was called a heavy rope. Do you guys remember that? These had black handles, and then they had sand in a tube, and you could get a 1 pounder and a 2 pounder.
Can
It
you
didn't seem like that much, but you would throw that 2 pounder. It was orange. I remember one was yellow and one was orange. That's a lot of work. It'd make you tired. Your arms tired. Anyway,
Can you imagine hitting yourself in the back with that? I mean,
No.
those ones that have like little plastic pieces on them. We used to jump rope as kids, and you'd miss and you'd smack your legs or smack
they still
your
have
back.
those heavy ropes?
I'm sure.
I think
Yeah,
so.
weighted
I don't know if
ropes.
they're the same, made out, with sand in them and whatever. But
They
it's
probably got
I did
better
weighted
material.
ones, Yep.
I think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was one of their spokesmen or something like that back in the late 80s, mid to late
Al
80s.
The also March is Music in Our Schools month
It sure is.
for the elementary school.
What does that mean? Do you have any
I have no
idea? Okay, but the thing
And
is,
but they also there will be pictures that some of the kids did for the month of that, and I'll have that posted here
good.
from
Yeah.
mine.
Oh, wow.
That
We
was from
played-
my anonymous source.
We play basketball on Saturdays in the gym at Heights with some friends.
The elementary
James,
school.
yeah.
And a bunch of elementary school kids had their pictures, like their student pictures, and then they had some sort of, I don't know, some sort of app or something like that changed their faces to make it look like they were when they were 100. Mm-hmm. They're
Yeah.
kind of fun to look at.
Yeah.
They're about
Yeah.
They're in the hall. They were posted up in the hallways, I think, next to their homerooms or whatever.
I think it was for the 100th day.
Oh, okay.
That's what they do it for. And then lastly, the high school drama club is presenting their spring play / musical Mean Girls this weekend. So the
Get your
10th,
tickets.
So this
the
is
10th,
so
11th,
out on the
the
15th.
10th, 11th, and 12th. Yeah,
So last
of
weekend.
March. Yeah,
It happened last
Yeah.
weekend.
Oh, tough. Sorry about that.
I hope you enjoyed it.
Yep.
Yeah. Oops.
But hey,
We're trying here.
We're just
trying.
we're just highlighting things. Anything else, Joe?
That's all I got.
There you have it. Now on
You
to.
don't need to say more.
Need you say more?
Pun,
Is that what you
no
said?
pun intended there.
What'd you say?
All right. Now we're on to Mazomanie.
You mean that was?
Yeah.
Oh, let me say,
All right, so we will not forget in the month of March about the flavor of the month at our one sponsor, current sponsor.
Ooh, yeah.
1855 has the Irish cream latte, or you can throw in some
Again, he can't help himself.
spiced brown sugar.
He's got that look on his face.
You could throw some spiced brown sugar into your Irish cream latte.
Spiced brown
I think
sugar?
it is. Yeah, that's what it
Well,
says.
don't put too
And
much
that's
in
called
there.
the old pot of gold.
The
latte.
pot of gold.
Pot of gold latte.
Shiver me.
So you can.
Shiver me timbers.
Are pirates Irish?
I don't think so.
Well, how do
Can
we
you
know?
imagine
Well,
if you
that's
ran into
what
an
I-
Irish pirate?
Yeah.
So you're all of the month of March. You've got your chance to go down and get your pot of gold latte, or your regular Irish cream latte.
Do a little bit of Celtic dancing there. Come on.
No.
Do it. Go ahead.
That's the best I can do. I don't know.
I wonder if Michelle Van Shindig has any
Irish in her?
Irish in her.
Maybe Scott does.
The Bantas?
Johannick.
Oh, Scott Johannick. Scott O. Johannick. So anyway, they have two Irish drinks down there, don't they?
Yes, yeah. I think part of maybe I'm all wet, but I think what you can do to make it the pot of gold latte is put the spiced brown sugar in the regular
Does
Irish.
that have like
latte, I
allspice in
think.
it then too?
Yeah.
I don't think allspice.
Irish spice.
Because allspice, I don't think is like a sweet.
Oh, okay.
I don't think.
I'd have to waft it in order. to
Dad
know
thinks
what
this
it
is funny. But you got to be careful with Michelle because she prides herself in not putting too much sugar
Okay.
in her stuff. We were talking about her frappes and stuff like that. She said those things just will, blast you with sugar. And she said we only do this amount. So I don't
It's
know
good
how
of her-
much
good of her.
brown sugar she's towing the line
Spiced
there.
brown sugar, yeah.
But
Maybe-
you said that they're our only real sponsor right now,
Currently.
and all they have to do to get
Yep.
these
Yeah.
Irish cream drinks, lattes, is to just say you watch that podcast, the original Father
I
Son
watched that
voiceover
Pot of Gold
podcast,
podcast.
and you get 10% off. So make
Nice.
sure you tell them that.
Yep.
Anything more about that?
Why didn't you just
Not
say
about
pot of
not
gold?
about anything Irish that
Yeah,
needs
let's
to
cut it
have the
off.
music.
Listen, why didn't you call pot
So-
of gold?
What?
Why didn't you just call it a pot of gold?
A pot o' gold?
Pod. Oh, gold.
Why a pod?
You just said that.
Pod instead of pot.
Yeah.
P-O-D
Isn't
instead
it a
of pot.
pot of gold?
Pot of
P.O.T.
gold.
That's what I said, a
You
pot of
were
gold
doing
podcast.
puns. You were doing
Oh,
puns
okay.
then.
I
You
see
had
what
a
you.
chance to do
I thought you were
pod
saying
of
I was
gold.
saying it wrong. I thought for 27 years I've been saying pot of gold wrong. I mean, it wouldn't
No,
be
it
the
wouldn't
first
surprise
time.
me.
Yeah,
I mean, you still thought Chile was in the.
that's different.
Nauru.
Near Australia.
Okay.
We'll stay with 1855 and
This guy knows
remind
his
you
countries.
that Thursday is Knit and Craft Day,
Always is
9:30
Every
to
Thursday.
11:30. So go out tomorrow if you want to hang out with the Knit and Craft crew.
Ooh, there you go.
I
Maybe
still
they'll
see they've
adopt
got
that.
need one, take one hats down by the
Yep.
Mazo Library Depot.
Yep.
If you need a cap, you probably need one
That's
after
the,
the
that's
snow.
the old NOT.
That's the Noto.
NOTO.
What's that?
Need one, take one.
Oh, I like it.
Wonder if they do
They're
that
really
at other
cheapo
business- I
beepo
wonder if they do
down
that at
there.
other
Yeah.
businesses. Oh, I need that ice cream. I'll take one.
Yeah, right.
A couple weeks ago, we told you about the Wisconsin State High School Clay and Target League sign up. Just so you know, the 20th, Monday the 20th, is the last day. So next Monday
To sign up, right?
to sign up. Heights Co-ops. It's the high school clay target league. Yep, I said that okay. And it's the Heights Co-ops with RV or River Valley. So if you have information or if you want more information, if you want to sign up, the contact person is Joe Schwartz. You can find him on the What's Happening in Facebook. What's Happening in Mazo Facebook page, or I think he has his own Facebook page, and I'm sure you can contact him.
Is that a different? Is what's happening in Mazo different from what's happening on Mazo? Is that a different Facebook page?
Different.
Okay.
Yep.
But now, this was actually a Wisconsinites Weekly announcement, wasn't it? Because
I think that John kind of stole my thunder on that.
I guess so.
but I mean, seriously, is this is the Heights clay?
It's like ski. It's like
Clay
ski
with
shooting.
target league.
They co-op with River Valley.
Yep.
And then Wisconsinites co-ops with Barneveld for track and
Football.
cross country.
Oh, no,
Soccer.
football, soccer.
And soccer too.
Barneveld,
And who
soccer?
and who
At
else?
least they used to.
Do they? Who
There's
do they
there's
sock with
there's sock and
swimming,
heights
hockey,
swimming,
swimming and hockey.
and
hockey,
swimming.
and maybe even I think they do lacrosse
Oh.
as well.
Now this is a long time ago, but for a while, any girl that wanted to do gymnastics co-opted with
Mount Horeb.
Mount
Mount
Horeb,
Horeb.
which is 20 miles south of us.
Sure is.
Can
Can you imagine if can
Good to see you're working around. Jeez.
can you imagine? I was thinking about that clay and shoot skeet basically thing that they're doing target practice. Can you imagine us co-oping with anybody else other than River Valley out of the schools around us?
Yeah.
That would make sense
I wonder if we're
compared to
bringing
like
a lot of the talent there too.
I bet.
instead of like Madison, like a Madison school.
I got two more here.
Okay, two more.
So next Thursday, not this coming Thursday, so not it would
16th.
be 16th,
It'd
but
be
the
the-
23rd.
Nice.
There's another paint activity night or
Ooh.
paint thing. There was one last week.
Paint your own.
PYOP.
Pottery. You could paint pottery at the 1855. This one is at the Apothecary
I saw
and
that.
Mercantile.
Apothecary
Next
pot, your own-
Thursday.
paint your own pot.
Nope, I don't think so. Starts at 5:30. It's a $50 admission or $50 fee to get for each person. That includes admission fee, one meal,
Wow.
one drink,
Wow.
one dessert,
Wow.
and they suggest bringing your own smock
BYO.
Whoa.
or apron for painting because it might
BYOS.
get dirty. So
That's peanut. That's a great deal.
yep,
They
Nice
might be
meal.
smocking their lips at that deal.
I wonder what they're having there. Did they say anything about what they're having?
I think that
Nobody else?
I think you
good.
can choose. They have food there, right? At the
Well,
Apothecary.
yeah, I think they usually feature something, but it always looks good.
Yeah.
They have really good.
So I'm
We've
sure you
gotta
can
go
choose
down.
off of their menu.
We've meant to go down there, and we
I've-
just keep.
I've said that to you multiple
Well,
times.
you're not
and you
ponying
keep-
up the money.
I can do
Every
it.
time we go down to 1855, I have to pay.
That's not true.
Yep.
Some
So
of it's true.
So I'll remind
A lot of
you.
it's true.
A lot of it's true.
I'll remind you next week because that'll be the day before. I think you can still. There was like 50 some people interested in it. So
Wow.
again, I don't know what that if that means that
They have to have limited seating.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Easy.
How much does a smock cost?
I don't know what a smock costs, but I know that the total fee is $50 to get in, and you get quite a bit for
That is a
quite a bit
yeah.
bang for your
Well,
buck.
I know it's nothing to
Let's
smock
say
at.
let's say that again. There's-
$50 for admission fee,
Yeah,
one meal,
one meal,
one drink,
one drink,
and one dessert,
one dessert.
and then you should bring your
Bring your own
smock and
smock, yeah.
apron. And you're gonna be painting.
Don't smock the people that are.
I don't think you have to necessarily be good, but
It's not like the professional knitters club.
No,
You can go down there and be a part of the minor leagues.
Well, the biggest thing that I think is it's paint your own pottery.
nope, this one isn't pottery. As far as I know, I think it's like
Paint your own whatever. It's your own.
I'll have
That's
Damon
that's
put
part
the.
of the YO.
I'll for sure get it this next week, but
Maybe
I'll
they're
have
finger
Damon put
painting
the
or pastels.
disclaimer here. But I think that they're painting like they'll have somebody will kind of lead it, and they'll have some sort of picture that they want
On a
to paint
canvas.
on a canvas.
But
to
I'm
paint.
saying that's the biggest thing is it's
Oh,
your own.
Too
It's
bad.
not like
You know what's a great
that's,
thing?
that you don't have to worry about it. Then
Yeah,
I think you
that's-
can go whenever.
yeah,
it's your
yeah,
own.
yep.
So
Bob Ross painting. Hopefully they've got. I'm sure they'll trickle in some jokes about that.
And lastly, I'll remind you one more time next week because this is happening on Saturday, March 25th. But don't forget to attend the Chicken Chat if you're looking to raise chickens this next spring here.
Yeah.
It's at the Mazo Hardware Store. It's free admission, and it goes from 10 to 11 a.m.
They're going to teach you how to raise.
There's a lot of it's raise them. I think all the aspects of what that means. From how you feed them, how you
House them.
Yeah.
take care of them
Yep.
all the way, maybe from
All the way the eggs.
from
Yep.
growing
Yep.
to
Hey, it's big
maybe
business
the
now.
end.
Yep. Well, and the person that is leading it is from Nutrina, so that would be makes sense that they,
Yeah.
they would
Pet
know
foods.
how to Nutrina Pet Foods. So anyway, we'll remind you about the about the paint night next week, and also the chicken chat. But I would mark your calendars
You
as
bet.
soon as possible so you can make sure you're
Don't want to
a
miss
part of it
out.
if you want to miss if you don't want to miss out. So that's what I got.
That was a
for,
great slate. That was wow.
Very
Yeah.
good.
I think that deserves.
I just have one thing, since I was going to give the Irish.
Cream latte.
you know what?
Cream.
I'm gonna since it's next week. You have it. I'm gonna let you have it that next week.
What's that?
I'm gonna let you.
But that'll be
bring that
then
up again.
later. Well, do they have it for all of March?
All of March.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Because you celebrate St. Paddy's Day and the luck out of the Irish all of March. Hey, I know this may come as a surprise to some of you, but I don't get my hair cut professionally.
What?
Joe cuts my hair, and he does a nice job. But there is I think there's several, but I'm featuring the Hair Depot.
Angel
Today.
Hammond.
Is that who it is? Okay. It's at 117 Broadhead Street in historic downtown Mazomanie. All you got to do is head down
Big hill.
into Mazomanie, right down at the bottom of the hill. See the railroad tracks to the right.
If you've gone past the railroad tracks, you've gone too far.
Yep, and it's just to the right. It says
Right by the
they-
promenade. So
Yep.
if you've seen Dick Royston, you've also gone too far.
Yeah, right. Unless he's in there getting a haircut.
That's
I don't
true.
know if he gets his haircut there, but the point being
I bet
is,
you he would if he was in there.
it's right across from the library, the old depot, and the museum, and they have not only haircuts
What?
but pedicures.
Oh wow. Nice.
Petties and Mannies.
Now pedicures, I don't know if they do manicures, but pedicures are for your toes, right?
Manicures are your
For your
hands.
pedestrians, yep.
Yep. And so her phone number is 515-729-3711. 515-729-3711. Check it out. The Hair Depot in historic downtown Mazomanie. Haircuts and pedicures. That's our reverse sponsor for today, our
Wow,
program.
look at that.
One other thing.
Okay.
Don't forget now, this is coming from a guy that doesn't really know what he's saying, but I do understand that we're supposed to ask you to like, subscribe, comment, and share our podcast.
You could also ring the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Any of
Like,
our
subscribe, comment, share. If you subscribe, does that give you the notification thing or what?
Not
I think you
always.
have
it
to
lets
actually
you know, but you can also hit the little bell notification every single time we post anything.
That gives you a notification on your phone.
Oh,
on your,
okay. Yep. Boy, you're going to want
email.
that because this is hot stuff.
Can't get enough.
And
Might be
and-
the
and-
best podcast out there.
And we are coming up on our 1 year anniversary, and what a celebration we're going to have. I mean,
It's a
the
celebration.
the staff at the original Father Son Voiceover podcast, hard at work. Some of the things are still in the works. Guests, well wishers, all sorts of party type things.
T-shirts.
We're going to have T-shirts. It's just going to be a celebration, and it's just a few weeks away. And so,
Celebration, man.
actually, we're going to have to try to plan some things.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's going to be, but
I don't
maybe you've
know.
got suggestions of what you want to see for our year podcast, our 1 year anniversary podcast.
It's also year number 2 for me. That's my second
voiceover.
year anniversary. Yep. Starting on number 3 on in April.
We've got Roy from Elroy coming up in just a second, but I thought I'd leave you with just a little bit more Irish
St. Paddy's
music.
Day vibes. All
All it's
right.
going to do is it's going to drive Damon crazy.
Yeah, he's
post.
gonna try to figure out how to. He's gonna try to figure out how to mix the music now. You're putting music on, and he's gonna-
No. I'm fading out because
Good.
we've been featuring Irish music and an Irish
You
theme.
featured it 3 times.
I know that.
That's like when they play a song on the radio a lot. That
Yeah.
just gets overplayed.
Yeah, it's a top 40. It's a top 40 hit. But now your favorite.
Our favorite.
And you guys have got to get ready because we're going to have adventures with Roy from Elroy, and then you've got to tell us what's been going on with Roy's life. So let's get to it right now.
And now, another edition of The Adventures of Roy from Elroy.
So we're supposed to tell you what's going
What's
on.
going on with Roy? I mean, he's been, I don't know.
He's growing.
a long
Yep.
dog.
Yeah.
And I was just looking at a video, and I could put it on there. When we first picked him up, he was just a little guy. I know everybody knows that, but it's just hard to
I mean,
remember.
that's kind of how it works. I mean, they
Start
they
little
don't
and get
get
bigger.
big and then
Unless
get
you're
small.
Benjamin
that's-
Button.
Yeah.
We mentioned last week that he loses his head when it comes to other dogs, his friends,
And leaves.
And leaves.
They
He
blow
runs
around.
all over the neighborhood. He ran. Well, I think we mentioned that too.
All of his
He did it
common
again.
sense leaves
Gone.
his mind
Gone.
when he sees them.
Yep.
Yep.
And,
And,
what else is going on with him?
we all know dogs do it, but they have to use the restroom, and he will
Finds
find
snow.
any sort of
Yeah.
snow that he can possibly have
Yeah.
to do both bathroom
business.
Yeah.
To do his business.
Yeah, we lost
get
almost
his
all of
business
the
done.
snow
Yeah.
this week, as you well know. We got some this last week, but the
He's
week
going to be
before
happy
that,
about that.
there was only little patches that he had to run out and try to
Yeah.
find a spot to use the bathroom.
So we're not sure how that's going to go because summertime, we might have to bring in some fake snow or something like that just so he
Snow machine.
doesn't get bound up or anything like that. So
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
trying to think of
Sleeping better.
Yeah,
And
what's
his-
that?
Yep.
He's sleeping better.
goes
his kennel
in
goes,
no problem after you
gets-
wake him up early in the morning and
goes right back in.
same with his kennel.
We're going
Yep.
to start taking him on longer walks as he's getting bigger.
Yeah, and again, if you like Roy from Elroy, got T-shirts coming out, and they're gonna
Get yourself
these two
one.
cats are gonna tell you
They
about
hadn't
it.
treated
Is that
I'm just
coming
trying
up
to
here?
gauge interest too. If people are really interested in it, if they're not, no, that's okay.
Because then we can keep pumping out more.
Yeah,
And they're affordable. Like some
Big time
some
affordable.
podcasts, they come out there and they say, we'll sell you this. We'll
27
sell you this
bucks,
for
30
$30.
bucks. Yeah.
Well, it sure didn't cost them that much to make. Didn't. I know it didn't.
we're
They're just
not,
trying to. They're
we're
just
not
trying
into
to.
this
They're trying
to
to
making money,
to-
obviously.
to take advantage of you.
Yeah,
And we're not. We're here. We're here to just pass Elroy on to the people.
yep. The people want
And Roy.
Roy Elroy. Yep.
No.
Yep.
That's all I think we got for this. When we get back for our third segment, we're going to have Dookie Meister back.
Yeah, sure.
And we'll
Yeah.
have name
that
that
country. And we'll see if I can be even close.
Jonathan's bringing that, right?
I haven't done any research on anything,
That's probably good.
which I think is probably better for you guys because you can hear me sound
well, none
really
of them.
dumb.
But the thing is that none of them
Well,
do research either, but they don't say something.
Think what you did
Outlandish.
last time, and you had no.
I think we'll probably have another outlandish country
Nice.
from me. I'm not.
Well, these are countries that are not people aren't typically familiar with, right? I mean, they're like
Not
Nauru
well known, yeah.
was
No.
out in Indonesia or Malaysia, and
Northeast of
It's a country.
of Australia.
yeah,
Have you ever heard of that before?
no,
Nobody. Okay, so I'm not the only one.
no, but we've heard of Chile. We
That's
know where
true.
Chile is.
I've heard of that one too. That's why I said it.
Oh,
Pass.
yep.
There you
All
go.
right. So I don't know. Are we gonna do something next in our second segment, or are we gonna have some St. Patrick's Day facts?
Oh,
might have to do either name that country or name that state flag.
Okay.
We'll talk about it. There's another production meeting right here on the air, live and in color. We'll talk about it. We at least are going to have named that country.
We're the original Father Son podcast, and we do what we want.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
So we'll be back portly.
Hey, it's awesome, baby! Dickie V here, saying we've got a super duper show for you today.
Hey everybody, it's Hudson here and Joe over here, and we've got a little bit of information for you. We've got a little bit of a what is that? We've got a little bit of a
Bracket challenge.
Bracket challenge. There we go. We're putting it on the original Father Son voiceover podcast. And Joe's got some information for us. We have the March Madness basketball college tournament coming up. What week is that? Do you know?
I believe the brackets come out the 12th.
Okay, March 12th.
So this
Selection
this
Sunday. Yeah.
And then we need brackets in by the 16th. So we'll skip that first round of play-in games, they're called. And then we'll go to the real action. Okay, so this is how we're working it. We're going to have two sides of a bracket challenge. We're going to have a straight up, which is kind of the way that most people do it, where they do it by who they think is going to win each game. And then there's another side of this challenge, and that's called the random side. And the random side can be done basically however you want, but there are options that certain people do, like coin flip with each matchup. There's head to head, like mascot against mascot, who you think would win in that. Or there is like a favorite color. Some people do by favorite color. So if you decide to join and do it, there is a prize we will have there'll be if you win, you get a t-shirt. There are original Father-Son Voiceover Podcast t-shirts that we will have. We don't have a picture of them right now, but we can get a picture of them.
We can have them on, flash it on the screen.
And then we will have a charcoal color t-shirt that has Roy from Elroy on it. So if you win, there'll be two winners. If you win,
do they get the choice of which one they want?
You get to choose which one you want. So what you need to do is you need to let us know which side you chose so that we can put you on either one of those. So if you chose straight up, then you put that on your bracket. And then also your name and your number and an email address, so we can get a hold of you somehow if you win. So that's that. Then we also need the brackets. I said this before, but we need the brackets by the 16th. So what you can do is you can either scan them or you can take a picture of them on your phone, and we'll have contact information that you can get a hold of us with your bracket. Or if you want to send a paper copy to us somehow, you can get a hold of us, and we'll have an email address on here as well that you can say where you're going to give it to us, and we can get that all taken care of. So just to recap, we're doing two sides of the challenge.
Almost like two divisions, kind of a random and like a real where you're trying to get the final four correct and as many as you can right.
Yep. And again, on the bracket or in the email that you send us needs to be your name, a phone number, and an email address so that we can get a hold of you somehow if you win. Also I forgot, also shirt size, if you can do that as well, so that we have one available for you.
And if they forget and somebody wins, we'll just ask you what's your shirt size.
So that'd be great if you'd let us know, and we would really like everybody to join if they can.
Yeah. It's our first
annual.
Yeah. And we are, like we said, we are getting t-shirts. So if anybody's ever interested, we're trying to figure out what the interest might be. So if you guys want to check it out, feel free to. So there it is.
We say good luck to you.
Yeah.
So we just got done with our adventures with Roy from Elroy. And guess who's joining us on the couch?
Yeah.
The adventurist himself.
And he's also chewing on the
Rhinoceros.
Oh, wow.
Hey, he's got this. He likes this.
Oh, squeaker.
It's
too.
nice because it kind of makes him want to chew it, but it's not horrifically annoying.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks to the gift that we got from...
Thanks for the gift.
Thanks for the gift from the Moores.
Yep.
Oh, Moores.
Scott and Ann Moore.
Scott and Ann Moore and Lily.
And Lily. Wait.
All right, so we're going to do what? What are we doing in this segment?
Name that country.
Yep.
I was a little late on that. I'm still on East Coast time. I was
again, this
ahead of
is
it.
this is a little taste as to these are kind of not so common countries. We might get into once the uncommon or the not so common countries we're through those. We might go through the bigger ones.
I wonder if these
It sounds
countries
like we
know
might
they're
need
not
to
so
go.
common.
Yeah, it sounds like we might need to go through South America a little bit and
Especially
make sure
Chile.
we've got those down, because I think
Good
there might
idea.
be some people that get stumped by the South
Oh,
American
who's
countries.
that would be?
Hey, puppy.
So this is giving you just a little hint by the picture as to
He get himself
this
in
is
trouble down there.
what this is going to be. So Joe, if you want to go on to the second one
I
here.
mean, I tried right when I saw that picture. That's a huge hint.
Okay, so obviously, if we're all looking at this is in Asia,
Oh boy, I'm in
and the country in red is the one that it is. Does anybody have any guesses?
Please bring up Roy's bone.
trouble. And that's how Dad texts.
During the podcast.
Sorry.
Let's see.
We got to
Jerry.
babysit our puppy, too.
Is
he around here?
He's right here. He's right
Okay.
by Joe.
So does
Careful.
anybody have any
So,
guesses?
China's there. Russia's up there.
Oh, okay.
Red
Let's
one.
see.
Mongolia.
Turkey. Is,
Mongolians.
Let's see here.
India,
I will tell.
Pakistan.
Yeah. No, I won't say it.
I'm gonna say Kazakhstan.
Okay.
That's actually what I was.
Oh,
gonna say.
really? That was
It
right at
is.
the tip of your
That-
tongue. Too
but
bad you didn't say it.
No, I was going to.
Okay.
You said
nobody
Pakistan,
nobody
I
got
thought-
it
I'm
right
go-
here, so
I
we'll
didn't say
go on to
Pakistan.
the.
He's right underneath
Roy.
our. He always finds
The
the
worst
right
spot.
spot, which is now he's
No,
digging at himself.
He needs to be downstairs.
Hey.
I think.
get your bone.
Mom.
It's good.
Okay,
All right.
let's see what
We're
happens.
better now.
This
Okay.
is
So let's go on to the next one, Joe. Since nobody got it.
Well,
I didn't get a
nobody got
chance
it.
to
Nobody
guess.
got
Nobody
it.
guessed.
Yeah.
we got
Wait.
one person
Okay.
guessed.
Sorry.
So
You
we're
said you were
guessing.
gonna guess in the same
Sorry,
thing.
so we're just
oh,
guessing this.
that's what we did last
I'm gonna
time,
say
yep.
Uzbekistan.
Okay.
Uzbekistan. That's a good one.
Okay.
I know it's not that big, but
You're in the right neighborhood there.
Serbia.
You're in. Okay.
What, you get two guesses?
I don't know. I
Let's
just
go on to the next
just
one,
keep
Joe.
going.
I
Keeps kinda
haven't
firing away
had
there.
my
I know
guess
it's
yet.
not
I'm trying
Chile.
to think.
Come again?
I haven't had my guess yet.
Or
Oh, okay.
Nauru. I know that.
Yeah, you get a better angle at that.
Mm-hmm.
I will say you guys you're wrong, but you're all in the right.
Does it
really
have
close
does it have
neighborhood.
a stand in it? Is it a stand?
It's not Chile.
We'll
we
tell
know
you.
that.
You'll have a. You'll
Chili
have a.
stand?
And it's not Nauru.
You'll have a multiple guess.
Turkmenistan.
Turkmenistan. Okay.
Oh, nailed it.
Yep.
Is that it? Nice.
You bet.
Okay, we'll go on to the next
was my
one.
guess.
So
The
Drew,
land
got
of
one.
I only got one
Turks.
My guess.
Well,
Your
next
guess
one
was
was-
my guess.
No,
So-
but that was actually what I was
guessed,
going to do.
you guessed like, hey, how many guesses did you get?
I was right.
Two.
Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan's right there.
You didn't say how many we could
This is
get.
Iran over here.
It's not mine.
is.
It's John's,
Yep.
and you guessed more than I did.
So we'll
That was my
we'll
second
just
guess,
skip. We'll just skip these next two.
Oh, man,
go to the
that-
next one there,
That
Joe.
it says
Repetique
it said
nature
Tehran.
reserve.
So
That's
Wow.
Turkmenistan was
Look at
A.
Tubekistan, Trubekistan, Turkmenistan.
Yeah.
Are all those countries?
No,
No,
none of them
none
are
of them.
except
Oh,
for that
okay.
one.
I thought, oh my.
They are to
God.
you.
Oh.
They are to HUD.
Oh, so these are
Well, they could have been. You
little
would have
hints
had
you
me.
were going to give
Yep.
us. Okay, boy, is
And
that a
that's
real
city.
picture?
Yeah.
That's a city in the desert right
yeah,
there.
it looks like Las
Look at
Vegas.
they have
kind
like
of.
plots of little trees they're trying to.
Why don't you go on to the next page,
Oh,
Joe?
let's go to the next page, Joe.
Okay. So that was the
Nice.
answer. This is their flag.
Does Joe have all the information about
Why
the flag?
5 stars and a moon?
No.
And a crescent moon.
Oh,
I don't know.
5-star hotel.
I didn't want to get into that, but I do have some
It's
interesting
the 5 stars
facts.
because they're the lone country, Lone Star country.
Lone Moon Country. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. I see how you did that.
Okay.
he'll sit there if you. Yeah, he'll like that if you just Josh with him there.
So the population is 6.4 million.
Okay.
Not a slouch, I guess. And the capital is Ashgabat. If you want to go back one page, Joe.
Beautiful.
2
area,
pages, I'm sorry.
Ashgabat.
But now to put it in
Ashgabat.
perspective.
Ashgabat is in the southern region of the country here.
Oh, by Iran.
Ashgabat.
But now to
Go
put it
ahead,
in
Drew.
perspective, there's more people in Los Angeles than there is in that
Correct.
whole country.
But
Yeah.
the
See here, we'll have some
go
rain
ahead too,
coming
Joe.
in
Is that
into
the Tehran?
Ashgabat.
Terrain
It'll,
plane.
Be blowing
that
in
what
some
it is?
sand.
Oh, it says it up there. I couldn't see it.
Oh,
Go ahead to
Ryan
the
Dash
flag, Joe.
Howitz.
The capital of Ashgabat
Yeah.
has 5.4 million people in it.
Oh,
And there's
So
6.4
there's
million.
only 1 million more within the country.
Talk about crammed.
So obviously that holds the vast
know what
majority
there
of the
is- you know
people
what there
in
is
that
there,
fair
Drew?
country.
You know what there are there? Street lights, people.
Living in a lonely world.
So some more interesting facts.
Believe it.
We love that feeling. Yeah.
It's the most expensive country in Central Asia for travelers.
Really?
Yep. We'll get into maybe a couple of reasons why. Besides it being a small country, a very small country, I think, and not often traveled as much, you will need to book a tour package to get a visa. The tourist visas to this country can be obtained only through a government-approved agency. So that's why, I mean, if you got to go through the government to visit. And here's another reason why tourists are not allowed to explore the country on their own.
Okay.
You'll need to be accompanied by a guide at all times.
Now, what would be
because
the reason?
You got to be careful you don't get kidnapped or something like that.
Maybe it's that side. Maybe it's protection. But maybe they don't. That's not
Americans.
I wouldn't think that they want free roamers.
Yeah.
They don't want people in their business.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
They don't want free range people. They probably don't have free range chickens.
North Korea has that
What about
kind
the
of thing. They
disclaimer in
allow
here
some people
someplace?
come in, but they have guided things as well. So
North Korea,
I'm not
you're
suggesting that Turkmenistan is the same. In their
Turkmenistan.
government,
Far be it
but-
from us,
Yeah, allegedly.
Right.
So
Now-
is it Turkmenistan or is it Turkmenistan? And stan means land, like land
so.
of the Turkmen.
Yeah.
Land
Yeah,
of
we'll
the
get to that.
Turks.
You're right.
Oh, okay. I'm
Turkmeni.
sorry.
No, that's
Lots of
fine.
Many means
No, I'm just saying
many.
you're
Okay.
you're
I don't
right.
want to
You're right.
steal your thunder
That's right.
because I know how irritated that makes you.
Hudson's throwing a lot of-
Irritating, ain't it?
Hudson's throwing a lot of fake news out there. I think we need to
Yep.
probably put the
Yeah,
disclaimer
lots of-
out there.
Well, we already put it
Put
up
that-
there, so it's
yeah.
normal.
So Stan Andrews would be Land of Andrews.
Mm-hmm.
land.
How would it be land?
I thought you said Stan was land. So it'd be if Stanistan would be land. Wouldn't it be?
Wait a second.
So far
Wait a
off.
second.
It's
Didn't
hard
you
to
say
go with you
Stan?
sometimes
Didn't you
on
say
these things.
Stan?
Stan Andrews.
Yeah.
But you said land as if Andrews also meant land.
I thought you were saying if it was Stan's land, it'd be land. In
I know you said land. I haven't said land.
okay, I tried.
Okay.
Most phone apps are blocked in Turkmenistan.
Oh.
Not even your emails will work here. So we
Whoa.
could, VO Marketing Pro and
That's a
TBVOT
non-negotiable for
and
us there.
HBVOT
Bet
could
you
not
MySpace
go
still
there and
works there,
work during our vacation.
Okay.
Why is that? They just don't have good internet connection there.
Well, I mean, it says it's blocked, so I'm sure they have good internet. The government has good internet. They probably
only let certain people.
Yeah.
That sounds like fun.
Turkmenistan became independent from Soviet rule in 1991, and its president, I'm going to butcher this, Niyazov,
Yep.
probably,
That's exactly. I'm sure.
Niyazov.
declared himself president for life.
Oh,
That seems like a good.
that sounds like a king
Yep.
or dictator.
That sounds like a good. Yeah.
He remained president until his death in 2006. So that was until life.
Yeah.
Till death do he part.
Yep. So I guess they became independent, but they probably didn't go too far away from the Soviet belief system.
I think it should be. I don't think it should be death do us part. I think it could be death does its part.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, I tell you, I get
I think that could be good.
rolled for any of my
I'm trying to
comments.
follow
and then-
follow
I don't
you guys.
feel like
Everybody-
anybody laughed at that one.
No, they didn't laugh, but they didn't just say,
Well,
"What are you
the
talking
viewers
about?"
did.
It's always me as, "What are you trying to say? What are you talking about?" And with
Yeah.
Joe, it's just you just let it ride. I feel like we got a double
So do
standard.
they have
I
a
feel like
president
there's less
now?
of mine than
Yep.
yours.
So we'll get to that.
Sorry, I'm full of questions
Yeah.
about Turkmenistan.
Mm-hmm. I believe we do, yeah.
Turkmenistan.
So in Niyazov quit smoking in 1997 due to a heart ailment.
The former president.
Yes, the
Okay.
president. He then banned smoking for all government employees and in all public places. Yeah, but I mean, he was looking out for the people under him
Yeah, yeah.
by saying, "Hey, quit
Or
this
it's possible that he was
carcinogens."
told that they shouldn't have secondhand smoking
Yeah.
either.
True.
So he just banned it for everybody.
Yep. So
Smart.
it doesn't sound like they couldn't smoke. The plebes, if you will, of the country could still smoke all they want, but not the people in government.
Smoking Jay.
So I think you can go to the next page here, Joe.
Okay.
The mosque.
Yes, President Niyazov contracted a French company to build a mausoleum for him and his family near the Turkmenbashi Rui Mosque. The mausoleum.
They're Turk members.
The mausoleum is built entirely with Italian marble, and visitors need to bow down to see the burial chamber, ensuring everyone pays respects
To him?
in his family.
Well, that's a mausoleum, so that's
This
where he's
guy-
buried, and
Probably,
then
yeah.
his family will be, and so it'll
This
be
guy
kind of like
was-
it's almost like the Egyptian
Yeah,
Tombs.
pyramids.
pyramids.
No. Next page here is
It looks
the.
exactly like that.
He also
There he
built.
is.
Oh,
There's
he's
the main
stout.
man.
Well,
That's probably
Does he
Yeah.
play
Sure.
center for the Packers?
he built a golden
He is
statue
a
himself
thick
that
guy.
rotates with the sun.
Wow.
So
I don't know.
Spent a lot of money
I
on
don't want to
himself.
judge him, but it seems like he thought fairly highly of himself there.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if they've got oil money.
we'll get to that.
I wonder if that's a is that a comb over?
I think it might be. Yeah.
He's got a nice hairdo
Or
there.
is
He's
that
got
a,
water shooting
Hey,
up
and
on his
also,
shoes.
hey, isn't that I wonder if he got that from Frank Sinatra. That's a famous Frank
Oh,
Sinatra
yeah.
thing where he throws his overcoat.
Okay.
I wonder why he's got the overcoat. What's the deal there?
It almost
'Cause
looks
isn't
to me
it
like
hot
an
there?
old time. It almost looks like an old
I
time
don't
football
know.
coach.
I didn't get
Yeah.
down.
That's what
don't
I was
you
saying.
think?
yeah,
You would
Georgia,
think so?
looks like Georgia Tech there.
Vinslum Turkmenistan.
Yeah.
He looks like he's got the Georgia Tech
Logo on there. It
logo
does.
on there.
But
Yeah.
seriously, John, is it a hot? Is it hot? It's,
I don't know. I mean, I should have looked that up.
What do you
that's the
say?
one
What do
thing-
you say?
Look at
there?
all
You
that
can't-
water going to waste.
Wait,
People
wait,
could be
wait,
drinking
wait.
that, and he's
No,
got
that's
it on
I can
his-
do that.
Yeah,
I
why
got a
don't you do
phone.
that?
You guys you talk amongst yourself, and I will look at the average temperature for Turkmenistan.
Well, let's probably move on. They got eagles there. They like
Yeah, we got
with a
several-
serpent too.
We got several more to go here.
That's like that's American stuff.
about Turkmenistan.
Where's the serpent?
So
It's grabbing it.
Oh, right underneath.
Go ahead, John. Keep going.
Wasting so much
don't
water.
go on to the next page yet.
Yeah.
So this is some of these facts are going to be all. You went on the next page.
Oh, sorry.
The
Don't go on to the next page.
what I said, or these will be all over the board here. So some of these things won't necessarily be in conjunction with now after getting off of him, the former president. Literacy is very important in Turkmenistan. Every child has to go to school. Sounds familiar. The government feels that this is best way to curb any sort of extremism within the country.
Oh,
so,
weird. They had a
I
dictator
mean,
for
government
us.
schools, they're telling them.
Yeah.
But
tell them what to do.
Oh no,
What?
they've got it in Celsius. I can't do Celsius.
we'll just ask what.
In continental location, the summers are hot, dry, and long with the average temperatures. What do you do? 27.
It's like
plus?
30 some degrees, I think, over.
Yeah.
So it's only 57 degrees.
I think is it 32?
Approaching 50.
Is it
This
32?
doesn't make
Drew, is it
any
32
sense.
because Fahrenheit
Oh,
freezing in Celsius is 0
Yeah.
and 32 degrees.
It's not. I don't think
Fahrenheit.
it's exactly 32, but it's around 30ish.
So what Celsius did?
31 point something.
27 to 29, I think it was what it was.
That's strange.
80 degrees about.
Oh,
almost
okay.
81
So
degrees.
50,
Well, it looked like a
so
desert.
50 degrees Celsius is really hot, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Warm.
A little hot in these rhinos.
Kind of hot in these rhinos.
So
That's warm then.
I don't know what the succession plan was if this this next president Gurbanguly
Oh,
Berdimu
Gurbanguly.
I've heard a
Hamadou
lot of great things about Gurbanguly.
Berdimu
He's doing a good job. I think.
Hamadou. He banned all non-white cars from the capital in 2018.
He could only have a white car.
He also banned the import of black cars into the country.
Oh,
Though
tough.
no official statement was issued, it is believed that white is the president's favorite color.
What?
So that's what he decided to do in 2018, which wasn't such a long time ago.
Yeah.
5 years.
Yep.
Some might say.
Not a very popular stance. They did not like
What
it
was his
there.
name? Gurbanguly?
Can you imagine? Can you
Gurbanguly,
imagine
yeah.
having that much power that you can wield those kind of decisions? I mean, we're
People
not.
just follow him.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
and so you can tell everybody what color car they.
I think that's why you end up making a statue of yourself.
Yeah,
like that,
I would
'cause you
think
feel
That
so.
rotates with the sun.
rotates with the sun. Is that a
Turkmenistan.
fish he's got on his? Is that like a fish lapel?
No, it's Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
And I just noticed that.
You
Well,
see that?
that's water there, isn't
Yep.
it? That's a fountain type thing.
It's their thing. It's got 5 stars and a moon, I think.
Okay.
I think that's what it's the.
Oh, that's their flag.
I think
Yeah.
so. That's what it looks like to me from here.
Well, Joe, what does it look like to you?
Said Georgia Tech.
5 stars and a crescent moon must mean something to
a
them.
Kahant moon
Are there 5 countries with the
in Turkmenistan.
no? Are there 5 countries that have Stan at the end of them?
Oh, I don't know about
Could that mean that they're
They're
don't know.
standing together.
I don't know if this guy is really into being
Pretty good.
in
See
with
what you
other
did?
countries
Unified.
necessarily unified.
He's got nice
besides
hair.
himself.
If that's a
Very
if that's
nice
a
hair.
representation of what he really looked like.
Unified.
Turkmenistan holds a Guinness World Record for the most number of white marble buildings. I think that's next page here, Joe.
No,
not
next
that
page
there's.
is
Huh?
next page is that.
Oh yeah, okay. So then I
Crater
didn't do that.
Gives off no warmth.
Just know that they have a lot of white marble
a lot of white marble
buildings. Now to the next page, the famous Darvaza crater.
Oh, that's where that one guy fell in the
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
in
say.
the,
It almost
Rings
gives
of
off
Power.
no warmth.
Rings of
I had a long
Power. That
journey.
guy,
Long journey.
that girl fell into.
He's a wizard.
Yeah.
Wizard Harry.
Does that look like it? Kind of.
It does.
That, that's hot though.
Yeah.
Unlike that guy didn't. She
He
didn't.
gave off no warmth.
Yeah.
Is that I think that's a person standing at the edge. That's
wow.
a huge crater. Do you see how large that is? John's gonna
So,
tell
so
us how
tell
big
us
it
about
is.
that crater.
I'm not going to tell you how big it is because I don't know.
Well, but you'll tell
that's
us what's
bad.
that? Is that lava type?
I think so.
Material
It
there?
started burning 50 years ago
Tail
due
and
to a
brimstone.
human error. Don't know what that human error is.
Somebody fell in.
As it resembles the description of hell,
Yeah.
it is popularly nicknamed Doorway to Hell.
Oh.
But I figure it's lava because I don't know why
But it's
the continuing fire would be going on if you didn't have something like that coming outside of the. I didn't do
some
my
sort
due
of
diligence on how
gas.
how
Hey,
deep it
emitting.
is, or
look at the railings out there,
Yeah.
as if that's going to keep people out.
it looks like it's not too far away from some sort
You
of
know what I mean?
civilization.
Look at
there.
the fence there. Hey, listen, that's what they do in other countries. You know, here we've got all the OSHA and stuff like that, and you got to make sure everything is safe. There they've got a fence. Hey, this is probably a dangerous place. You just scale it, go over, and
If you
I
don't
feel
know what
like-
hot is, you will.
yeah.
I feel like that's even lower security than like a snow fence.
yeah, I would agree.
you
Yeah,
can go
because you
through
can
it.
go through it
Yeah.
underneath it. Kids can get under there.
Yeah, with a
It
snow
feels
fence, at
like
least you
though
can
that
kinda
that
tangle
isn't
it up.
terrible because it's like if you're like they've done, like they used to do around in different areas. If let's say, hey, don't go up here, don't go do this, or don't jump into that, or don't do something like that.
You're probably
You
gonna
put
do
a
it.
little bit of a railing, and if you decide that that's how you decide that you have better an idea of what's going to go on than them warning you that this is not something you get into.
Right.
Then it's kind of on you to fall in that crater, and
Yeah.
you or your parents or somebody, or it's no longer the sign or fence's
Guardian.
fault.
I mean, what else
Talk
would
about
they
a pothole.
What else would they have to name
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
In order for you to be like, oh man, shouldn't have fallen and jumped into that thing.
Yeah, the doorway to hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's not
Pretty
good.
self-explanatory.
Turkmenistan is home to a mud and water crater. I don't have a picture of this. In addition to Darvaza,
That seems
which
like a
is- this
little
is
bit more
Darvaza,
fun. Mud and water crater.
the fire. It's called the fire crater.
Yeah, I can see why.
Fire wind.
I'm sorry, this is separate from this
It's
Darvaza.
a separate fire crater.
I didn't have a picture of this one.
Oh,
so
that'll do. Have to suffice.
So
And
is this-
mud
did
and
you
water.
I'll
say
use
that
my
the
imagination.
Yeah.
Did you
Pretend
say
that's
that
mud
this
and
is
water.
like maybe
It's
because
not
they
so
have
easy,
oil there? Is it possible that this is like
Jed,
Sure.
Clamp,
That's-
Jed Clamp it.
I just
onto
don't
an oil?
know. I mean, maybe I don't know very much of anything about oil or these craters or anything like that. But it seems weird that it would keep burning if there wasn't some sort of
Yeah.
magma
Fuel,
or I
some
guess fuel
fuel.
of some sort.
Well, here's
Are
the
you
thing is,
the burning crater?
here's the thing about our podcast. Again, we're learning as we go, and
Oh,
this
yeah,
is
so
an
are you.
educational thing. And you can dig deeper if you'd like
Well,
to.
and John's presenting and learning at the same time.
You bet.
It's a
Which is
beautiful
huge.
thing. Yep.
He never stops learning.
No, learning
He's
never
always,
stops.
He's always got an open mind.
The similarity of the name between Turkey, you were talking about Turkey when you were trying to guess, a
Yeah,
little
during
bit,
your 5 guesses.
and Turkmenistan is not just a coincidence.
Of course
It's a
not.
coincidence.
Both Turks and the Turkmen belong to the Oghuz tribe and also speak a similar language.
Oh,
so
bless you.
Turkey and Turkmenistan.
Oh, good.
The Og Huzumacallits.
Yep.
Hmm. this
One,
is
one of the world's biggest cities during the Silk Road era, Merv, MERV, in Turkmenistan, is the westernmost point to which Buddhism spread at its height. Buddhist stupas are preserved here to date. I don't know what I just read in that last sentence, but the point is that Buddhism
traveled the Silk Road.
through Turkmenistan.
The Silk Road was what again?
Trading. Straight out.
Right, I know that. But where did it go? It went from China to the east to all the way to Europe?
I think so.
Probably.
Or,
Did it
or
go
like
like
to
Mongolia?
Constantinople.
That seems right.
Constantinople, maybe?
Constantinople. Mongolia wouldn't be too
maybe
far
that was
away.
it.
I think
Which
it went
was
to
kind of-
Mongolia mainly because
Mongolians.
you had Genghis Khan. They pronounce his name a lot of different ways.
I always thought it was Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan.
You think it's Genghis
There's
Khan?
multiple different
Genghis
pronunciations.
Khan?
Yeah. Yeah. I had professors.
He
call
was
it-
so famous.
Your mind is working because you like names, and you're gonna smooth. Go ahead.
But anyway, that he was a ruler, I think, around that time with the Silk Road.
Yeah.
Do we have any more pictures? I like the pictures.
I think we got one or two more here. So,
Joe, you're supposed to be looking that stuff
I am
up.
looking it up on my phone. I had to dive deep.
Outside.
you will not. So I think so. Our family likes companies that are doing well when we go out to eat.
Yes, we do.
And so I don't know how well we would eat here because you will not find any international retail brands in Turkmenistan.
No
So
McDonald's?
no McDiesels, no Hardee's, no Culver's.
Oh,
You're not
tough.
going to find that around.
They don't have Gordon's
in
there either, do
Turkmenistan.
they?
Probably
Do they
not
rename
Gordon's.
them like
They may.
Turk Kalvistans or something like
Yeah.
that? They name it after that.
Maybe they do, but it's.
I wonder what they eat there.
Turk Donald.
We should
You're
look.
getting to
We
that.
should look. No,
Turk
I
Donald's.
actually am not.
Burger
King.
Turk.
Turker King.
Turker King.
That's what I was looking for. Is those types
You're
of
trying to move
things?
on with that. Yeah.
Turtles.
Turkway.
Turtles. Turkvils.
I don't know what that one
I don't
was.
know.
I don't either, but
Culver's?
Yeah.
Famous
Oh,
Turks.
okay.
I'll tell you one thing. We better hope that we don't ever have to live there because we would be in trouble making fun of them.
Oh yeah, yeah. They'd mark this podcast down as bulletin
And
bulletin
our
board material.
apologies for anybody
John
that is from
How about
Turkmenistan.
Long John Turks?
Long Turk
Turk
Silvers.
Turco Bell.
How about Turco John's?
Hey, what would be
How about Turco John's?
Turco Bell.
I want to put.
how about what would 1855 Coffee House be our only
They
sponsor?
may have Turkish coffee though. That's a real. Isn't that a thing?
Probably.
Dad
But
just
they're not Turkey. They're not from. Well, I guess they're related, kind of, to Turkey.
Joe's got something here, and then I got
this
something.
is from
side
the
note.
old Silk Road.
Oh, I'm gonna take my horse down the old Silk Road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
So they would go from China,
Boy,
and then it would
China.
go- this is kind of how. Let me give you a
No,
visual here.
Joe.
You go all up around
So dumb.
into
Knew it was coming. He's such
like
a
places
bull
like Persia. So you'd see the prince there.
Is that where Persian
And,
donuts came from?
I wish.
You go all the way up to
Don't get mad at me.
Constantinople, which was kind of near the Black Sea, if I recollect
It's
correctly.
Istanbul.
And then they'd even sometimes
Turkey.
go to
Istanbul.
Alexandria
Turkey.
over here.
We should get a map.
And
so
so
we
where
should
is
put
it-
their
where did it
names up
start?
there.
And then sometimes
Let's go back to the.
Turco Bell.
Let's go back to.
I think.
Where
so,
did it start?
as a friendly reminder, you can
Mongolia?
subscribe, like,
If you want more
or
content.
share or comment. And I think if you've got if you have some good
Yeah.
Turk
puns.
puns,
What was
feel free
that
to add
one thing
those
in the C.S. Lewis Turkish Delight?
Turkish
Yes.
delight.
Turkish
Yeah.
Delight.
you know
That's
what
a
they
real
sell
thing.
sometimes.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what they sell sometimes on the East Coast? Surf and Turk.
moron. Okay, we got a few more to get.
One for
I had Turco
gotta-
Bell. That was the best one.
Turco John.
Michelle
Quick
Van
Turk.
Turk died.
Instead of Quick Trip. Quick Turk.
Careful.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, we got a
That's
couple
good.
more. Turkmen horse breed. Next page here.
Ooh,
wow.
That's beautiful.
Akal
I'm a stallion, baby.
A stallion, baby!
Teki
Now, what if you rode one of those instead of a car?
are considered the most exotic and rarest horse breed in the world.
Really?
The country has a ministry dedicated to its upkeep.
Wow.
So I mean, those are beautiful horses.
Yeah, it almost looks golden.
Akal Tiki?
Yep.
Is that how it's pronounced?
Well, you can see that guy
Attack
riding on that. If he
Tiki.
was golden, you could see him riding on top of that golden stallion.
Yeah, in his suit. Hair blowing in the wind. He's got nice
He's got
flow.
nice hair. He's got nice hair.
I think that's the last of them. But
walks into the
That's a beautiful.
yep, go back then to the first page. The first page altogether.
From a place called
Well, no, sorry. Go ahead. One,
That
two.
country. We're starting over.
Keep going.
again.
Keep going. Keep going. There we go.
Oh,
So,
that's so beautiful.
As you can tell, it's kind of desert-like around
Very
here.
desert-like.
Turkmenistan is known to have the most fertile desert in the world. That kind of seems like an oxymoron.
Sure does.
But
Once you
double
put some
negative.
water on it, maybe.
they do have very fertile desert. So they must be able
As
to grow
deserts
stuff
go.
very well there compared to other desert places. This is totally different than what we're talking about with soil and the desert, but the national sport or sports, because they say national sport, yet they give us two things. So this is kind of a Hudson's two favorite things.
Bear
or favorite
wrestling?
thing, and he gives two options, is horse racing and wrestling,
Wrestling.
some grappling. So
Interesting.
those are the two
Turk
national
sparring.
sports. And then
So I would imagine in the Olympics they have wrestlers. My guess
Yeah.
would be
GBM.
Grapplers.
grapplers.
They probably have a soccer team, I would think, too, right?
Yeah, I saw pictures of soccer as one
You
of the
just
sports
saw
as well.
pics.
That's
Okay.
when I was doing the research.
Saw some soccer.
Last
guys look
thing
like they're Turkish.
on my list here is
Looks
addressing.
like some of those things need some water, though.
Yeah.
As I
Look
more
at all those
careful.
buildings; they're all white. I
What are the
like
circles
he's-
there, Johnny? Do you know? Is that just like
It's
walking?
concrete.
well,
Yeah,
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 it
but
looks
I
like
mean-
almost like a walking.
They're
or maybe
oases,
it's driving, but it looks like
oases.
there's
Those look
benches
like
and stuff.
benches,
So
yeah.
I
It's
can't
a
be
legacy.
driving.
I think it's the Heights Legacy Path.
Yep.
It extends all the way out there. They had so many.
Turkmenistan.
They had so many donors. They just.
Oh,
kept
it
going
could be a
with it.
roundabout
But I don't think you'd have
Yeah, there's no cars
for walking.
cars.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The roundabout
for walking.
Wait a second. You were mad at us for not going with that?
I was just being goofy.
Just being goofy.
Sorry, John wants to get this
This
done.
is the last one,
Yeah.
and then we can be done with Turkmenistan. Addressing the oil comment from earlier, Turkmenistan has the 6th largest oil and gas reserves in the world.
Wowzers.
So I
Good
would
for
think they're a
them.
fairly wealthy country.
It's interesting that the some of these
If they're
places. It's
exporting.
interesting that the Soviet Union even gave up because I mean I think Russia's got quite a few oil reserves, but they think about all these other places they would have had if they would have held on to them.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very small country, and it's the 6th in the world, and I haven't paid too much attention in the past to Turkmenistan.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to get into too much politics because that's not what we're about.
No.
But we don't know if Russia doesn't have their
Well,
eyes back on there
yeah.
because they
Yeah.
might think that this is part of their original territory.
Well, now
and
that
so
we've
it's
talked
like
about it, they didn't realize they're going to watch
Vladimir
this.
Putin said,
And
"Oh,
he's like, I didn't realize
oh,
it
yeah,
was
I didn't
He's
think
six.
about
watching this,
that."
yeah.
I didn't know that there was six.
I
Keep
know
an eye
that-
on if he's a subscriber. would
I
you?
know that
Vladimir
Vladimir
Putin.
Putin.
I know
He
that
probably
Vladimir
is.
Putin believes that freedom is not free.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep. Anyway, that
course.
concludes our little time with finding out.
Name that country.
Turkmenistan, and Drew guessed that right. So I think
on
what-
3
You
guesses.
know, I
He
would
can
too
make
if I
one-
got like 7
Two.
guesses. I only got 1 guess, and I was.
Yep.
Where is Kazakhstan in relation to this place?
Ooh, I think it's right next door.
Yeah, that's why I guess it.
Hey, Yugoslavia.
Joe, you can. Why don't
I
you
mean, I
get
tell
out
you
of
what,
this
I know all of its
presentation
neighbors
and
out
look
there.
that up on
Hey,
Google?
mine.
What is
Please,
this?
Joe.
What am I looking at?
Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan.
I think it's pretty close. All those stands, I think, are pretty close.
I'll look it up on here.
Okay.
The land of the Kazakhs. Hey, so
we should go to Turk and Donuts. After
this was named that country.
Yep,
it sure
so we've
was.
had Nauru
Nauru. Yep.
and
Or Chile.
Turkmenistan.
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 This is very interesting, John.
Yeah.
And I know you out there in TV land, video land, YouTube land, Facebook land are enjoying this immensely.
What was I supposed to look up for with Kazakhstan?
Kazakhstan.
Just where it is
Just
in
look it up.
relation,
In relation
to
to
Turkmenistan.
Turkmenistan.
It's transcontinental landlocked country.
So
What
it's
did you just say?
around
Just
the
look at a
water.
map, Joe.
Just
Oh,
This is the people don't want to just hear us
Yeah, they do.
being quiet here.
No, they don't want to hear us being quiet.
How did
no.
our camera do here? Did it get dark when you had those things?
I don't know. I wasn't paying. It was fine.
He was,
Okay.
he was,
Although I
he
tell
was
you
so
what-
into the stats about Turkmenistan.
I was. I just was. If I do something, I'm all in. And
So is it?
They have a
100%.
very good ice cream there. Turk and Jerry's. They have their own recipes.
Where are we here, Joe?
I wonder
I'm
if
looking.
they do. They just rename
You can't
all
find
those
it?
things.
No, it's so Kazakhstan. is
Okay.
right next to
What?
Russia.
Did you say Quick Turk?
Right next to Russia.
and it's
Rocky
it's,
Turcocos.
you go like this. It's Kazakhstan
Turk
here. Well, first
Okay,
it's
listen
Russia.
here, listen
First it's
here.
Russia here.
Okay.
Russia's
To the
all
east.
over
To
here.
the east.
Yep.
Okay.
And then
All up.
Kazakhstan
Okay. Right.
right
southwest
here,
of
right
it.
next to it.
Southwest.
Yep.
Mhm.
Then
East.
Uzbekistan,
Okay.
and then Turkmenistan.
So it doesn't touch
Nope.
at
It
all.
does. It does.
like
does,
the
Joe.
southwest corner.
They're
Yep,
neighbors.
It kind of
Touching
goes,
me.
It goes like this and wraps
Touching me.
around
What?
an
No,
ocean, or
Turk
not an
Filet
ocean, but a
isn't
sea,
open tomorrow, is it?
and then
Oh,
it comes
yeah,
back
it
down
is.
and touches.
They might be. That's the only day they were open there.
Turkmenistan.
Is what? So it touches it from like the north somehow.
Yep.
Wow.
Comes down and says, "Hey, I'll touch
Pizza
you."
Turk.
I was gonna say that. I
Were
just
you?
came to my mind.
See,
Yeah, I was
you know,
going
I'm-
back and forth with Turk Hut or
I knew all the neighbors there. I just decided
Yep.
to. I knew that this was Turkmenistan,
Mm-hmm.
but I decided to just wow you with how many countries around it. I was
knew.
pretending like I.
Yeah, right. You just
That's how
you know
you
what you
are. You
did.
just-
You said
It's
that
like
you.
you
it's
have-
like when you were playing darts, and you said you're hitting the triple 20s and the others, and then you just
The
go,
others.
oh, you hit the bullseye. You go, oh, I can hit that anytime I want to, but
You know what you did?
So that's
you
it?
You said you went on a business trip. I bet you just took a sabbatical and were poring over maps the whole week.
I was just I was in my hotel room just doing this.
No, you should have been doing. Yeah, you should have been doing that, scooping it into your mind because you get more then. When you just do this, that falls through your fingers. You need to get some of it out, get it in your head.
we are
Yeah.
out of
Yes.
bounds.
When
right
we
now.
get
You were doing?
back,
You're cutting
Yeah.
off our creativity. Don't cut off my creativity.
So that was named that country. We've already
I
mentioned
liked it.
that.
I liked
Good.
it, and I know they've liked it
We'll
too.
go back. We'll be back for more.
Get 10%
when
off at
Hudson says
Turco
we can
Bell.
do that. Yep. Yep.
So
They're our sponsor.
That's it.
we're going to be back with what?
Well,
with some
In
Saint
honor
Patty
of
Day.
Saint
Friday will be this
Patty
upcoming
Day.
Friday will be
St.
St. Patty's
Patrick's
Day.
Day.
So we're going to give you
Yep.
some facts about
bet.
that.
Yep.
All right, we'll be right back.
That's Irish music.
Yeah.
Okay.
Listen,
Danny
listen,
boy.
listen.
So
Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside.
the summer's gone. The summer's gone.
And all the roses, you guys say falling.
Well, we can't see it.
Tis you must go, and I must abide, I think. Here we go. But call me back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. 'Tis I'll be there in sunshine or in shadows. Here we go, we'll end. Oh, Danny boy, oh, Danny boy, I love you so. And why we're doing that is why, John?
because Friday
How's
is
that mix?
St.
How's that
Patty's
mix?
Day.
How's that mix? Can you hear yourself?
I think so.
Can you hear the music?
Yep.
We can
Just
hear
in the
Dad's
background.
voice for sure.
Definitely your dad's voice.
No, mix it in your
We can't
headphones.
mix
Yeah,
it
it
when
is.
you're talking.
Well, I'm trying to.
I can hear
help
it.
him.
I can
I'm
hear
trying
it.
to.
I
I'm
think.
trying to help.
rob you.
Okay,
He's
what do you
trying
think?
Yeah, I hear it in
You
here, I
talk
think.
and see if you can hear.
I'm hearing it fine.
Just a quick question. I don't think
can't
people know.
understand
Just a
your
fun
mayonnaise.
fact.
Now you don't yell out amenity. I can't hear your mayonnaise.
Fun fact about that. Some people I think thought that was just a Irish song, but I think it's also a plumbing song because the pipes are calling.
The pipes.
Yes.
Dad, you are the worst at starting that clock. I think we need to get rid of the clock so it's just so we don't have
Become a
to.
distraction.
So Friday is St. Patty's Day. Maybe Damon can throw some
Oh, some hats on us.
leprechaun hats on us
Yeah.
every once in a while. I don't know if we want it for the whole time.
magically
We'll have to eat some
delicious.
Lucky Charms.
Yep. But I've got some facts
Marshmallow
here.
ladies.
Why don't we have some scapes? there, Joe, of
There,
Right
there,
there,
it is. There
well,
it is.
but
right
that
there.
is, but that's
Oh,
but I'm
good old
talking
Ireland.
about
That might
talking
be,
about-
That might be the
we don't know.
Moors.
Oh,
No, that's Italy, I think.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go through these. It might be
but
printed this off, so bear with me as I'm going through this. This was a little bit more last minute.
we're gonna get banned on YouTube for this.
At least the word.
Keep going.
Okay, so here's some facts. We're gonna hit you with some facts. St. Patrick was actually British. Some things that you don't know is what we're going
Yeah.
through. So
I didn't know that.
he was born to Roman parents in either Scotland or Wales. Why we can't figure that out? Here's this holiday that comes every year, and we can't figure out all that detail.
Seems high time to figure this out.
Yep. After being forced into slavery by Irish pirates, he turned to his Christian faith and became one of the first people to bring the religion to the country in the 5th century around the year 432.
Hey, Dad,
432
put
is
the
St.
phone
Patty's
away.
Day?
Dad, put the phone away.
Well, that's when he brought
Why
the
is
Christian
John
religion.
Denver Take Me Home
Dad.
Country Roads in the
Put the phone away.
Irish music karaoke?
Put the phone in the basket.
Yeah, Dad.
Okay.
I missed Dad during
makes
the
sense.
podcast.
Put your phone in the basket.
The basket's so crowded, though.
Just put it in.
Oh, wait.
Put it in the basket.
In the basket.
Put it in the basket, right?
It's an easy thing. Just put it in the basket.
Please put it in the basket.
Makes sense.
We should actually be wearing blue instead of green.
Really?
I got some blue jeans on.
Why is that, John?
Drew's got a blue shirt on.
Historians say that St. Patrick's color was blue, not green. The use of green on the holiday, became common during the 1600s and 1700s when the clover.
Yep.
Maybe Damon can flash up. We all know the four-leaf clover.
Yeah, but
When the clover became the symbol of nationalism and wearing green on lapels became the norm.
And is that why? Think about this.
Don't call me Norm.
Is that why the Fighting Irish, like their
No.
basketball team and football team, will
It's
wear
blue.
blue once
It's
in a while?
possible. Yeah, we have to contact our contacts at
I should
Notre
go
Dame.
Yeah, that's good.
Dame.
I never thought about that. I know why are you wearing blue? I thought you were supposed to wear green.
Yeah, and here
Kinda-
Drew came prepared, and you kind of prepared.
Yeah, Dad's
as
the newer
old-
version.
The newer version.
Drew's the old.
Yep.
I don't think it was. It's dark green, dark blue. I think.
Sorry,
So
I guess
I didn't come
Dad
prepared.
knows. These were things we weren't. Things
Wait,
you don't
no.
know.
All right, so I'm
Dad
not
The
knows.
more unknown
But Dad
facts
knows
or
that.
St. Patty Day's facts. Yep.
Some Ireland landscapes there that
Yeah.
we can look at.
Yeah.
while we do
That
this?
feels like no, that's not
Irish
Ireland.
lords.
I don't think.
If you go to YouTube, you can
There's
get
that. Go ahead.
you can get those instrumental songs from Ireland, and they have scapes.
How
But you
about
can- I guess I was finished. Hold on,
well,
just
Do you not know the
Keep talking.
password?
holding
Well, what do
forward.
you think you thought you heard?
And don't forget that down at our sponsor, 1855 Coffee
Oh, yeah.
House, they have Irish latte,
Irish cream lattes
and a pot of gold.
at the end of the rainbow.
Michelle Van
I had
Schindig will
one,
give you a
but she won't-
couple
you-
of
you-
little squirts in there to
you
get
have
the pot
to
of
ask
gold.
for the pot of gold. I wanted to have an Irish cream latte.
Right.
She gave it to me, but she didn't give me the pot of gold. You have to ask.
We're right. Well,
It's like
it's because they're two
who
separate
doesn't
drinks.
want who? No,
The two
it's just-
separate
it's-
drinks.
I thought it was
One is
added
the
to
one
it.
is the latte,
It's
and
brown.
then
It's brown sugar.
brown sugar, but it's added.
Brown
it's a separate
sugar.
drink.
Man, why can't I have two
I'll
drinks
keep
in
moving
one?
on here because
Go ahead.
we got a fair amount to cover.
Oh, okay.
It's covered.
How many pages?
Again,
we
these are
got
just
there?
random. Well, some of it's because I printed it right off the website, so it's a bit. It's a bit spaced out.
John stole it.
Stole it. He stole it.
Here we go, Joe. I think this will help us out. Let me
don't know
find
what
this.
That's
All right,
Gollum.
Joe.
Oh,
It's gonna be loud.
Go ahead, John. You keep doing it, and don't pay attention
Yeah,
to the
just
production.
go-
Give information because people
Yeah.
are dying.
Yep.
To,
Yeah,
Americans rack up a pretty significant bar tab
of course they do.
on St. Patty's Day. So good to be a pub here in the United States or bar, whatever you call it.
Yep.
On St. Patrick's Day in 2018,
Let me mix that.
Boy, that's beautiful.
Perfect.
We're gonna have a hard time not just watching this and not listening.
looks
but
like it's
we're
still
gonna
bright, so that's good.
Yeah.
The
Boy,
camera
that's
over there.
beautiful. I didn't know that was Ireland.
They shot that with a drone.
On St. Patrick's Day in 2018, Americans were estimated to have spent a record-breaking $5.9 billion,
Billion.
with the average person paying $39.65 for their beverages.
Wow.
But it wasn't always such a party. ...
Are those the cliffs of Dover, or are those are the white cliffs of Dover, right?
That's in England.
Oh, that's in England.
It used to be a dry holiday.
Oh no.
Real close to Chile.
Think about how crazy that is. Here's
How much it's
the
changed.
big change that's going on here.
Big change.
Up
Big
until the
change coming up.
1970s. That's not too far ago if you think about it. Dad was 10,
1970s.
Mom was 11.
Yep.
Up until the 1970s, St. Patrick's Day was considered a religious holiday in Ireland.
Yes. Yes. Very
Meaning all the
religious.
pubs in the country were closed.
Why? What do you know? What
Their
do
name's
you know? What he was
Chick-fil-A.
famous for?
Who?
St. Patty.
No.
I think he chased all the snakes out of Ireland.
Oh, really?
I think that's what supposedly he did.
There's 0 snakes there.
Well, I mean, I think maybe there were problem snakes, and so he lured them out. I think that was the
I think with a pipe or
maybe,
a lyre.
maybe. Oh well, a lyre
Wow,
is right
that's
on a
beautiful.
guitar, right?
Pipe or a lyre.
You
I was
play it.
doing
There's
this.
different ways to play
I
it.
was playing. What's that one that
flute.
that's got the double? Oh, that
You
might
mean-
be a.
You mean Peter Pan? The thing that Peter Pan played?
No, I was thinking the one that Mr. Tumnus. Remember, didn't he have?
that's
a
what I'm
lyre.
telling you.
Lute. No.
Oh, that might be a lute.
That's what what's his name played.
Yeah,
Remember?
lute's
Lute's a
Irish.
guitar, isn't it?
Let me look. Let me look.
Long
Not
eared
everything's a
go
guitar.
lute.
You said a lyre. I think this is a lyre.
You're a
But
liar.
you saying a lute was a guitar. You're a
Oh
liar.
no, a lyre.
I think a
Lutefisk.
lute. I think a lute
Oh,
is.
a
A
lute.
lute. No, a lute is a guitar.
That's what I said. A lute is. What about a liar?
Okay, but
Do you know how to
this
spell
is
liar?
L-Y.
Nailed it.
this is
Y.
really beautiful
R-E,
landscape. So
yes.
keep an eye on that. But listen to these
Liar
facts.
versus
They're just-
lute.
So
I'm just going to loot for a little
the
while.
pubs in the country were closed thanks to a law written by the Parliament member James O'Mara. What an Irish name, O'Mara. However, Ireland later realized that they could attract lots of tourists for the holiday. So they get, they believe in making sure that they believe that
It's
this
dry.
should be dry, but
They
the
caved
almighty
in.
dollar or whatever they call over there speaks a little bit louder. When
pound.
they can attract lots of tourists for the holiday, and the green beer was suddenly free flowing.
Wow.
So the dry holiday was
No longer.
taken away because of being able to make money off of that. Like, I don't know how you get to that point where maybe they just thought that how they got that Irish, maybe it was just that other countries were practicing drinking on it. They said, well, we got to get in on this.
Yeah, we can't miss out
And
on
this is our holiday, basically, so we got to
Right.
get some money out of this. So we're going to take away the dry and bring in the old beer. So make sure those pubs are open on the
Roll out the barrels. That's what
Yeah.
they started singing.
For the last time, it makes it possible to isolate the smallest objects at a considerable distance. Now the thunder
There are actually this is to me this is a little bit tough stat to take because I'll tell you there are more Irish people in America than in Ireland, and the reason why is it because
they're probably not full-blooded.
they're not
Irish.
full-blooded. There might be some quite a bit of Italian, but there might be more Irish than there is Italian.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You know what's interesting? As I watch this thing, I don't see a lot of foliage. I don't see a lot of trees. There's a lot of just open
plains,
Which you think of Ireland being like all
Open
clover
grass fields, yeah.
grass fields laying
Leprechauns
down. in those,
running around.
Yeah.
We have heard people
Beautiful.
saying,
Wow.
what's his name?
Yeah, that guy. I know
What
you're
was his
talking
name?
about.
He played basketball.
Bill Walton.
Rory.
Oh,
Rory Cotter.
Rory Cotter
Yes.
had,
Speaking of
his
an
dad
Irishman.
has visited Ireland, I think, a few times at least, and said that this area reminds him somewhat of
Yeah.
Ireland.
Yeah.
I think they've since moved to Ohio,
More
but
that's more
they
like
were around
Ireland.
Maisel for some time.
Look at that.
I worked with you and I worked with a full-blooded Irish woman, Joanne Bro,
Okay. Yep.
What's up, bro?
at West Bend.
Yep.
She was in the claims department with me.
And everybody on St. Patty's Day is some Irish,
Yep,
like we're
true.
John O'Barsness.
John O'Barsness. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so back to
Oh, Johnny.
there's more
Oh, Johnny
Irish
boy.
people in the United States than there are in Ireland. According to recent census data, there are 39.6 million Americans who list their heritage primarily or partially. See, that's what I mean.
See, that's not fair.
Or partially Irish. That's not fair to
That's like
those
mom
Irish.
saying she's Native American and related to Daniel Boone.
Yep.
Yeah,
You can't
what
be
he's saying
both.
can't be both. That's what he's saying.
Compared to 6.3 million people in Ireland. So
Only 6.3 million.
Oh, 6.3.
yep.
That's
now again there.
that's
But
just
but listen, there.
a fraction smaller than Turkmenistan.
Turkmenistan. Yeah.
But there could be people that live in
It's
Ireland
100,000 people.
that moved there and aren't Irish.
Oh,
you know?
look at the
so that's,
stallions
it might,
just
maybe it doesn't make
galloping
up
over
all
the
of them.
plains.
That's a good point.
A shamrock
Shake.
symbolizes hope, love, and life. So hope, love, and life
look
is
at
what a
that.
shamrock.
There's no trees. Where's their air coming from?
But I'm trying to focus on what John's saying.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is this is probably not
It's
a good idea
distracting.
because
It's
I'm
distracting.
very into this, but we got to listen to the facts.
Well,
Hudson.
but the fact you absorb the facts better when you
What was his
associate
last
them.
fact?
I don't know.
Okay. So there.
I was
there
thinking about
it
no
is.
trees. No,
So,
it was the 6.3.
A shamrock.
million
No,
people.
no,
It was.
a shamrock symbolizes
I said shamrock
hope,
shake.
love, and life.
There's some trees.
Hope, love, and life.
Yep. Hope, love, and life.
Live, laugh, love is probably there.
Saint Patrick reportedly used shamrocks to explain the Holy Trinity,
Oh.
but later interpretations also said that the three leaves are meant to symbolize hope, love, and
life.
faith.
And faith.
They're lying to us.
So that was a weird,
Pictures,
weird
too.
thing.
They're playing the liar and they're lying to us.
If there's a four-leaf clover, it symbolizes. Guess. Can you guess what it symbolizes? There you go.
Oh, really? Okay.
Hope, love, faith,
and luck.
and luck.
Liquid
Which is why we consider a four-leaf clover to be lucky.
Could have told you that.
Did you guys ever hunt for four-leaf
yeah.
clovers? Okay.
Kind of, yeah.
Our backyard used to have tons of them before we got
True Green.
True Green.
Not a
Brought
sponsor.
to you by True Green.
Yeah.
The traditional meal isn't actually. What did I say? The traditional meal. The traditional meal isn't actually
Corned beef and cabbage.
Irish.
It's not Irish.
Corned beef and cabbage has long been considered a special St. Patrick's Day dish, but it isn't traditionally Irish.
Those are music.
Pork was actually the preferred meat of Ireland, but early Irish immigrants to America found that beef was much cheaper. That seems
Wow.
kind of because now
Interesting.
pork is cheaper than beef,
Yeah.
and they could easily cook the beef and cabbage in one pot.
Yeah.
Oh.
Smart.
So that became it wasn't necessary. Yeah,
Boil
so that's
that
why.
cabbage down.
St. Patrick probably didn't drive snakes out of Ireland.
He probably didn't.
Yeah, that's misinformation.
He probably
I've
didn't.
been doing that a lot today.
Yeah.
Some Irish
true.
legends claim that
Gordon
St.
Culver's.
Patrick drove all snakes out of Ireland after being attacked. Historians and biologists say that this probably isn't true, since there were likely never many snakes in Ireland to
I didn't
begin
think
with.
there were many.
Well, just so you know,
'Cause
I
they're
didn't buy
cold-blooded.
into that. I didn't buy into that. I
Well,
think I
what
thought that
would
was
it
just
have to do with
like
what-
lore.
But what if he
time.
drove one or two of them out and that's all that were in there? It still drove all the snakes out.
To begin with,
It
but
was alive to begin with because how was he driving them out?
That's
There were
true,
No
yeah.
vehicles at
Yeah,
that
no
point.
vehicle.
So it started as a lie.
since there were, like I said, there weren't
got the
many
Model T
snakes in
back then.
Ireland to begin with, but we'll let St. Patty have this one. So
It's not a
We'll let him
problem.
have
Let
that
him
one.
have
Hey,
that.
Joe, I'll allow that. I like the old.
two
I really
more-
like the old
two more.
castles.
two more, and then we're done. And then
I
we
really
got
like
it.
the old. I like the old castles, especially those ones that go out by there's the lake and stuff like that, and they just kind
Oh
of
yeah,
go
the
out.
lake. Mm-hmm.
That's kind of cool.
There, look
That's
at that
beautiful.
one. There's a
It almost
ruin.
looks like it almost looks like it's a
Watchtower.
golf. That's what I wouldn't mind doing is going
Golfing
over there
through
and
the-
golfing by those cliffs and stuff like that.
Can you imagine hitting a golf ball off of a cliff?
That'd be
like
fun.
That
I'd
would be
want to
fun.
try that. I'd want to try.
But you'd have to have hole in one. Was it a Titleist?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so two more here. We got Chicago. I think we all know this, but we'll give you a little more information about it. Chicago dyes the river green every
They sure
year
do.
for St. Patrick's Day. Every year since, can you guess when it was, Dad? It was in the 60s when they first started.
Well,
Started
that's a
doing
big
that.
hint.
Yep.
Oh, of course, 1967.
Okay. 1962,
That's what I meant.
the city dyes the river
Minus
green
5.
using 40 pounds of powder.
That's it.
How is
seems
that?
like-
How do they get past?
Which reacts with the water to produce a green color.
how do like environmentalists?
Well, it says, don't worry, it's environmentally friendly.
There you go. See,
So
sure.
that's
Probably, you know what it
they
is?
could have just grown
You know what
algae
it
in
is?
there.
It's they do 40 pounds of ground up four leaf clovers, but they only take the one leaf that's the lucky one. They ground it up. A lot of leaves that they had to have. That's why it's all natural. Huh?
Yeah, look at those little glens. Is that what they call them?
Don't know.
Lastly, here, as we all know, there's lots of in the bigger cities, maybe in other places that it would be primarily Irish. Maybe they consider themselves an Irish town. Have St. Patrick's Day parade. We don't have one here in Mazo that I'm aware of.
That's correct.
But Boston, I think there's a lot of Irish people over there in the Boston area.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Who's going to
Has
check that?
one of the biggest St. Patrick's Day parades in the U.S. Boston is where many Irish immigrants settled, so that was right. Once they arrived in America.
That's right. I was right. Is that cattle?
And the
Looks like it.
Sheeps.
sheep.
Okay,
yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
And the Irish spirit is still alive and well in the city. It hosts one of the biggest celebrations in the U.S., drawing around 1 million people to the parade,
Wow.
which is usually about 3 miles. That's how long the parade is.
Same as Wild West days.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In contrast, Arkansas hosts one of the shortest. Now, this must be parades in length of how long the.
You mean like
I'm
the
saying
road
I'm
is?
saying
The
this
actual
for my
train
site.
is.
Yep, because this is so in Arkansas hosts one of the shortest St. Patrick's Day parades in Hot Springs National Park. Can you guess how long it is?
I bet you it's a city block.
Maybe.
Shortest, you said?
I think it's 2 cars.
Okay.
That go.
I think it's a half a block.
98 feet.
That might
Which
be.
is
That might
exactly
be
a half a block.
Was it 200 feet?
So-
How long is it? Let me look. I'm gonna look.
I think it's a little bit. I
Let
think it's
me
a little
look.
bit more than a block, but a little bit shorter than a country mile.
I think they pride themselves on, hey,
As the crow
let's
flies?
let's always do the shortest parade,
How many feet are in a block?
Hot Springs
Oh, look at
National
that
Park.
beautiful place right there.
So that's some
It's drafty, though. Very
that's some
very
unknown
drafty,
facts, I guess, or
Okay,
some
the
known
standard.
facts.
Sorry, just hijacked your
That's
fact. Here's my fact. The standard block in Manhattan is about 264 by 900 feet. In Chicago, a typical city block is 660 feet by 330 feet.
So way off.
Meaning that 16 east-west blocks or 8 north-south blocks measure 1 mile, which has been adopted by other U.S. cities. So it's a lot more than a block.
Yes, exactly. But that
98
concludes what we
Well, that's
took for Friday.
very good.
So,
Informaciones.
enjoy that. Enjoy that we.
That's the thing from Harry Potter.
I think it might be.
That's the what
The
did they
train?
in the
Wow.
second one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
There's
go out
also
there
one in
and
Scotland
enjoy the
as
fact
well.
that we beat Ireland even in their own game, which is having more people that are Irish in
Sorry
this
about
country.
that.
So
we're better at being Irish than they are.
Yep.
USA.
So don't forget, we want to thank John for not only name that
country.
but
Yeah.
also St. Patty's Day facts.
Yeah.
which
Which
is
is this coming
interesting.
Friday. Yep.
Look at that. That's
And
beautiful.
thank you for Joe for Wisconsinites Weekly. Thank you for John for Mazomanie Sitewise. Thank you to the Moors for this beautiful rhinoceros. And don't forget, join us because we have interviews coming up in the next few weeks. Don't tell who they are
We
going to
also
be. yet.
have our bracket challenge. If you haven't signed up, you still got a chance.
Yeah, I saw
to.
you and Joe on the couch.
We sure were.
When I was off in North Carolina.
Yeah,
That's because
That's why I'm wearing the powder blue.
You know what we are?
they're not even
UNC.
they're not even going to be in the
Yeah, they were ranked number 1
preseason, and they didn't even make the playoffs.
and they made the NIT. Ouch.
Neither did the
Talk about a drop from
not
grace.
invited
You know,
The
tournament.
Badgers get in yet?
we don't know for sure.
We don't know.
I don't know how
Selection
they have a
Sunday.
chance.
You stop that.
Yeah,
They're going to get beat 1st
we're gonna
game.
have to-
It's all those quad 1 wins we've got.
Well, it's
6
what
and
we
7
need to
in
do is
quad
we need
wins.
to go out and dig through the snow and find ourselves a 4-leaf clover because we need that last clover,
we don't
which
need
is
it.
the lucky one. We need that for the Badgers
Our
for the
schedule
selection
speaks for
Sunday.
itself.
Maybe
And we
have
beat
some-
Kansas
Yep.
because they stepped out of bounds.
They were 10 feet out of bounds.
They ripped
You
us
can't do
off.
that.
Yep.
No, that's illegal. That's always been illegal
We need
since
to
Naismith.
go
Always
back
had lines.
and say that's wrong. You can't step out of bounds and throw the ball
there's
back in.
inbounds and there's out of bounds.
And
Pretty
out of
clear.
bounds,
And when
that's a
you're out of
violation.
bounds,
And I'm, you know what? I'm
plays
shocked.
dead.
I'm shocked and I'm appalled by Kansas.
You're outraged.
Yep. Because James Naismith connected to Kansas basketball. They couldn't. They should be turning themselves in.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was what a bigger man would
They
do.
should forfeit that
What
game.
about that? What
Forfeit
about
that
that?
game.
There should be like a citizen's arrest, which is basically citizens are part of the,
Well,
the,
and they have
NCAA.
replay.
So it,
You know what I
Frank
would've
Gard
done?
should
They
have.
have-
And I hereby, as a citizen of the town of Mayberry and the United States of America, arrest you. Hooray! As a law-abiding citizen, it's my duty to call you on it. You're supposed to be setting examples for the rest of us. That's right.
Frank Gard.
Frank Gard.
That's his dad.
Greg
And
Gard
maybe
should have
was-
fought.
was his
Frank
dad.
Bill
Maybe,
Self.
maybe he will as well.
Yeah, there's a Frank Gard.
You know what?
He should have beat.
You know what I would have done to the refs there when they walked into their dressing room?
Right there. I would have thrown him out of the. Yeah.
All right, Joe Hud. That's
And there
it.
you have it. Don't forget your 10% down at 1855 Coffee House.
Yep.
And we'll see you on next Wednesday for the 50th episode. 2 away from a year.
Yep.
We're
And
almost
don't
a year
forget,
old.
We are going to celebrate big time
Yep,
on
celebrate
the
good
first
times.
year anniversary.
Come on.
So tell us what you
Come
want
on.
us to do.
Come on, celebrate.
We'll probably sing that.
Okay.
It's a celebration.
A little taste
All right.
test there.
We are done. 49th episode. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing.
Thank you
And
for
we will
commenting.
That too.
We will see you next week. Hey, thanks for staying to the end and watching that. If you're dying to see more videos like that, check out these over here. Maybe this one's the one you want to watch, or maybe it's this one, or maybe you want to subscribe over here. Hey, whatever you want to do, just check it out. You do you, all right?